gun Corey duel. But what of Allison Fisher, the Duchess of Doom, the world's #1 female player? She's not through to round 2 yet because she still has to face the undefeated Filipino Francisco Bustamante. Next at the International Pool Tour, it's a must-win for Allison. Stay tuned. Back at round 1 of the International Pool Tour, the fates of many have been decided. Not so Allison Fisher, who must win here against Francisco Bustamante, the former World Pool Masters champion and one of several masterful Filipino players in the tournament. Fisher is one of the game's most focused players. She knows what she has to do. But, guys, she finds herself in a tough position, though. Bustamante has taken a 6-2 lead in the race to 8.
Now we're going to see Fisher's break. Let's see what happens here.
She doesn't hit him hard. Now, she has to win this match, even though she's 3-1, because she has a higher games lost index against the other players in her bracket. She must win this match. If people want a complete explanation of how that works, just go to internationalpooltour.com.
I think her break, now she got lucky and made a ball in the break. You see how all the balls are clumped together? Now, she made a good shot where she broke them out, okay? But the idea is when you watch, let's say, Bustamante break, the balls are all, or like Strickland and guys like that, the balls are all over the table and the runouts are a lot easier. When some of the girls break, their break is, the balls are clumped together, makes it much more difficult. And I think that's why they don't string racks. See, Bustamante is the kind of player that can run a lot of racks on you.
Is it fair to call Allison, guys, the top-ranked female here at the tournament?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Now, she didn't have a shot there, so she was just trying to play safe?
She played a safety. She got a little unlucky. When she broke those balls out, she didn't get a shot. I don't know what Bustamante...
But that fell on her bad break. Now, he has to play safe.
Now, he made a great safety there. Now, see, here's why that was such a great safety. If you look at the red ball, the 3 ball, there's no other solid balls in the vicinity to even break those out. So he has stripe balls that he can break those out with. That was a great shot. I really didn't even see that. He just got up and just did that. So Fisher is now...
Well, that's why he's 4-0 right now.
Exactly right. I mean, Fisher is in a very tough situation right here. And she's playing a guy that breaks awful powerful, that is like a Strickland kind of player, that can break the balls and continuously run racks.
That was a heck of a shot right there.
She made a great shot.
She drew the cue ball back a little bit.
Well, she shoots about as straight as anybody. I mean, she's an ex-snooker player, and they learn to pocket a ball as well as anybody in the world.
This match is actually in the final, what we call the mothership, the arena. That's why you see so many chairs in the background.
Right.
There are, 30 matches going on right now all over the tournament room. So this is way off to the side. So that's why there's only a few people. As a matter of fact,
where I'll be appearing.
This is where the finals are going to be held.
This is the equivalent to having a prelim match at center court at Wimbledon before the final draw has been realized.
Exactly.
Now, I don't know why she was picking off those balls. Now, she's going to obviously have to bank the 3 ball. Oh, I see what she did. What a great shot that was. Now, I'm thinking she's playing,
she broke up the 3.
And has a shot on it. I mean, that was a great shot. I thought she was going to play the other ball in the other pocket. Imagine this. This is not an easy shot, though. See, that was not an easy shot. And I think the pressure might have got to her because we rarely see Allison Fisher miss.
That's right. She doesn't miss that often.
Yeah, now she's just pretty much opened the door.
But the reason is go back to her break. She didn't break the balls hard, so they were all clumped together.
Right, exactly right. And that is going to catch up. That is going to catch up to the people. It's not just the women. There's a lot of men, actually, that have what we call a weak break.
Right. And that weak break even is amplified on the IPT because the cloth is the traditional slow nap cloth, and the pockets are the traditional tighter 4 1/4 to 4 1/2 inch pockets. So less balls are going to go on the break anyway.
Yes, and I mean, believe me, that's all I've been practicing is my break, and I'll tell you right now, I hit him as hard as I can humanly possibly hit him, and many times don't make a ball in the break, and it's very frustrating to see someone break easy and once in a while a ball dribbles in.
Well, he just got a few easy balls to pick off here, doesn't he?
Yeah, he is supposed to run out. Of course, I'm not going to call what's going to happen, but he made an error there. I mean, what he was doing was floating out in the center of the table because he had his choice of 2 or 3 different shots. But definitely, I mean, this does not have to go in. I mean, he'll probably make this, but it's not an easy shot.
good. Oh, and a miss.
There you go.
Wow.
I mean, there you go. You see, he got careless. Watch what happens. Now, see, this was not an easy shot, but he's supposed to make it.
But see, he's drawing the cue ball back,
Right.
so he's putting a lot of funny English on the cue ball.
Exactly right. He's protecting an easy shot for Fisher. Now, see, Fisher, this is a very difficult shot. She's near the rail, has to cut the ball in kind of what we call backwards.
Now, again, even though that Francisco is 4-0, and he's already moving on to the next round,
Right.
he wants to not have Allison win any games because that's going to affect his games lost index for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah.
And again, people have to understand that it's how you play for the entire tournament, which is going
Right.
to affect you. So again, internationalpooltour.com gives all the rules of how this format works. It's really the best in the world, and it's the fairest in the world.
What has she left herself with here in trying to finish this and claim a game to get back?
Well, she made a great shot on the 3 and had a gamble on a shot on the 8. Now, you see how close she is to the 8 ball? Now, you know, it's a big judgment call. I predict she'll probably...
She's going to cut the 8 ball. Right? Yeah, there you go.
She
And
did
she
make
does.
it.
Allison Fisher, battling here to survive round 1, was asked about her life in pool and outside the game.
I came to America in 1995 to begin my pool career. I came from a background of snooker. I'm very into what I'm doing at a table, and I'm very focused, and that's, you know, what it's all about, my concentration. Away from the table, I'm a totally different personality. I think I'm very fun-loving, and I think I'm very easygoing, and, you know, my life is fun. I enjoy life. What makes me a champion, I think, is my ability to focus at the table. You know, I'm not a crazy player, yet I will go for it if I feel the shot's there. Just my mental game is very strong. I don't get fazed by anyone.
So the Duchess of Doom's mood lightens a bit as she claws her way back and trails 6-3. The break is hers when we return to the International Pool Tour.
You're watching the International Pool Tour. For a schedule of events, log on to internationalpooltour.com.
Back at the biggest event in pool history, $1 million on the table for the world's greatest players. One of them, Allison Fisher, is poised to make a comeback here in a must-win match against Francisco Bustamante of the Philippines. Allison trails 6-3. She's just won a game, so she has the break.
And
Scratch.
Wow, a potentially fatal error on break by the Duchess of Doom herself.
Well, she's got to win this match. And she could be giving up the break here, right, Mike?
yes, yeah.
Up. See, he just moved the cue. He moved the cue. He moved the cue ball with the tip, and that's a foul.
That's a foul. Now, see, instinctively, even I would do that. Yeah, that's a new rule that you cannot move the cue ball with the tip. Only your hand, and obviously he didn't think of that.
A big break for Allison Fisher after scratching on the break, and she gives it right back to him.
I couldn't take it.
Well, this game is still not... Now, he has his choice. No one is... Now, see what he did there? He played the 7 into the stripe, which is on your first shot, is legal. You can take anything or combination. But he made a big mistake there. He tried to break, I believe it was the 11 and 8. Those two balls are stuck together. But his work is cut out for him because he has to break those two balls out next to the 8. He may do it right here. And it's exactly what he did.
What a great shot.
Yeah, now he played that shot. He played to hit the 7 into those two balls. Now think about what he was doing.
Now, you've played him before. I mean, he's one of the greatest players in the world.
Yes, now he is. In fact, I think the last time we played, unfortunately, I lost to him.
Now, if he wins this game, he goes on the hill and he gets the break back.
Yes, and his break is devastating.
Francisco Bustamante has been the early buzz in the tournament. 4-0, and he's gotten to 4-0 in devastating fashion. And in this game, when you give a player of this caliber a second and third chance,
yes,
as has been the case, it's just too many opportunities for him.
Yeah, now he's in great position here. He can play this ball in the side pocket. He'll probably pretty much draw back a little. So he's in very good command here.
Now, you know, Allison made some uncharacteristic errors. Yeah. Do you think that's fatigue, Mike? I mean, this is the 10th
very
hour
possible,
here.
Very possible. I'm not sure. Probably, yes, you're right.
She's used to the pressure. I mean, she's used to the TV cameras, but 10 hours on her feet, I don't think she's used to.
Yeah, and Bustamante, again, has kind of got a long, tough shot. Even though he makes it, you can see he's got a very tough shot here.
This is to take the lead.
Bustamante has won a number of international 9-ball championships. He gets back on the hill here and has break in what could be the deciding game in this match. You know, a lot of great matches here at the IPT feature great male players versus great females. That's unique to the IPT. We asked Francisco Bustamante about the experience of playing Allison Fisher.
Well, you know, Allison, she's a good player, and she won a lot of tournaments, and she can beat a good player for a men's tour. Doesn't matter if you are female or men's, you know, but play your best.
Bustamante with the break, leading 7-3.
You know, if Francisco wins this game, it's over. He wins the match. He's 5-0, undefeated. He goes on. If Allison doesn't win this match, she's out of the tournament, and that's a huge upset.
This guy has got an enormous break.
Yeah, he's got a... Well, the thing is, again, with the girls and the men, if Bustamante was in this situation, if he was down 7-3, he can actually run 4 or 5 racks and come back, where Fisher...
Like Johnny Archer did earlier.
Exactly right. Fisher, the girls, I mean, their break is not strong enough where they can, what we call, dominate the match. They can win games, but the top men player can win multitudes of games, and that's where the break factor, it really comes into play.
Well, of course, when you talk to Allison and Karen, they totally disagree with you.
Well, yeah, but you're seeing the proof of the pudding right here.
It's Mike Siegel, folks. Direct your emails to Mike Siegel, champion of women's rights for years.
Yes.
The girls versus the men.
Yes. Boy, this Bustamante, I'll tell you what, he's very... I mean, every time he runs out an 8-ball, he didn't have to hit that ball. He hits a lot of balls. I notice. You know, I don't watch him play 8-ball too much. But he's getting the job done. Now, he's got to get on the 6-ball. See the green ball? I'm watching it, getting a little ahead of myself here. He's got to get on that green ball near the 8. That's the key ball. And it looks like he's perfect. I mean, I can see the way he's walking around the table.
You know, and en route to going 4-0, maybe even 5-0 if he wins this game, he hasn't said a word at the table.
No, he's very one of those quiet guys. He lets his cue do the talking. Well, it looks pretty good from here. He makes the 1 and plays the 8 in the side.
This is going to mean Allison's out of the tournament. Huge upset, and Francisco goes undefeated 5-0.
Indeed.
It was a pleasure.
Bustamante wins, eliminates Allison Fisher, and improves to an eye-popping 5-0 to start the tournament. Conjuring up Teddy Roosevelt, speak softly, carry big stick.